going to share. So Charlemagne is on this podcast with Angie Martinez, and he talks about how he is under the influence of ayahuasca, and he's going to share the experience that he have had and what he was talking to. Do not try this at home, y'all.
That's why I said when I did ayahuasca, I had.
How was that?
It was incredible. I did it 2 years ago.
No fear? I have fear because I feel like can it mess with your brain? Like, can it?
I had fear the first day, but the first day it told me everything was gonna be fine.
It told you.
Oh yes, like that spirit, Mother Aya, God, I don't know what you call it, but it's really talking to you. Like it's really. Like, I can't even say voices in your head. Like, you're having full-blown conversations with this spirit, with this entity. And this spirit is willing to show you whatever you're willing to look at. And once you're there with it, it's not going to let you look away. Like, you know how sometimes you have those glimpses of things that you try to suppress in your mind? It's like, nope, like, yes, look at this, look. And you're gonna have to deal with it. And I remember I did a three-day retreat. So on the second day is when it like really kicked my ass. And that's when I came up with the whole concept of, stop lying to yourself and stop volunteering those lies to other people. And that's when the whole book, Get Honest or Die Lying. And that's when I was like, either you're going to be all the way honest about these experiences and these things that you've gone through, or we're gonna have to figure something else out. And it was that moment that really was like, okay, this is the real eye opener. Like, this is you. If I'm gonna really live an authentic life, it's gonna be from this point on. That's why this year is very important, because this is the year of the snake. 2025.
What does that mean?
It's a lunar and Chinese zodiac.
Wait, 2025?
2025 is the year of the snake. 2026 is the year of the horse. But 2025 is the year of the snake because we're supposed to be shedding all our old bullshit.
Yes,
like all our old bullshit, the bad energy, the negative energy, the things that have caused you guilt, the things that you're insecure about. Like, this is the year that you're supposed to really, really, really let it all go. And it's about new beginnings and transformation. And in 2026 is the year of the horse, and you're supposed to get on that horse and, ride into your destiny.
Ayahuasca causes you to hallucinate, seeing or hearing things that do not exist or are distorted. Ayahuasca is illegal in the U.S. In other words, Charlemagne was talking to a demon. He was talking to an evil spirit. And this is what other influences, just like what he was under, will cause you to do. Like you saw what it said. It said it caused you to hallucinate and for things to be distorted. It's also a way for the devil to have access in your life. So stay away from drugs, y'all. For more Truth Bones, y'all follow me on Instagram.
All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Rukakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto like foreigners. Shalom in Hebrew, which means peace. It's going to be a quick show through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We done told you these celebrities be into some shit. Now, this woman right here is Angie Martinez in New York City. She famous voice, famous face. And she was just how they call him again? He's a DJ, but he's called a doc. What is it? Damn, disco jock, something like that. That's how you break down DJ. Anyway, she was the voice for an era here in New York City, and this is the new trash voice. He also worked for Wendy Williams. This is Charlemagne the God. Everybody knows who he is. I'm giving the backstory. So he was an intern for Wendy Williams, the gossip queen, and this turtle looking nigga, and then he became, he became bigger than her, and we all, as you grow in this truth, you realize, okay, you got your top celebrities, the stars. That's what celebrity means. They're into witchcraft and so forth. When you've come to find out, then you got the lesser ones, and come to find out that what we call celebrities, they're the lesser illuminated. They are just the entertainers. But in this weird world, they're in a position higher than the average person, and this is what they sell out to do. But say that to say this, it's not shocking that a lot of them are into witchcraft. Okay, you have Mike Tyson. I'm thinking of. He was licking toads. All right, and to get, he said he be hallucinating and everything like that. So spirits come and talk to these people, and come to find out, these guys, Charlemagne the God, I believe he just made over 200 million. And I'm like, what the fuck did he do? He's a nothing. He's a nobody. As a nobody, he he got no talent per se. He's not a, he's not even a DJ. He don't got no talent. He just works in the station, and he's making that much money because he has influence. He has influenced a generation of people. All right. He has. So you want to know why a lot of people are the way they are, and they maintain that because people like this who sell themselves short. Okay. Like I said, it's gonna be quick. We go about this all the time. Matter of fact, Matthew, I get that one instead. Matthew 16 and 26. For what is a man profit if he shall gain the whole world? $200 million is a fucking lot of money for somebody that, yeah, you're a voice of a sector, but you're not a game changer. See, how the way they get people is everybody, the surrounding people, maintains the lie that the elites establish. Okay? Boule. When you look at the picture of a boule, the symbol of a boule is a sphinx that put his paw on top of a vessel. A vessel that represents holding the secrets. All right, so they're a gateway and holding the secrets. So all these guys, these celebrities, hold the secrets. They're gateways. Celebrity, they're gates. Like P Diddy, he's a high illuminated one, right? So in order to fill that role that he had for all those years, he had to maintain the lie that was given on to the people, mainly his people. So they gained the whole world. They gained the substance of the world. Okay? And lose his own soul. In order to get that, to come to find out, in order to gain them to give their own soul, they had to take it up their ass. All right? They had to take it up the cooler. A man had to take it up the cooler. A woman had to do something else that was foul. Just to be in a position in the society higher than the average person, which is a consolation prize. All right, which is Luke 6 and 26 or 24. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Well, let me read on. It says, "Or what shall a man give to exchange for his own soul?" You can't give something that doesn't belong to you. So the only way you can do that is by giving up your manhood. A man give up his manhood, a woman giving up her womanhood. All right. Luke 6 and 24. It says, "But woe unto you that are rich, for you have received your consolation." So consolation is not a good thing. It's just a second prize. So for him to make that much money for having less skills, first of all, entertainers are not supposed to be making that much money. That's how you know society is crumbling. All right. When the entertainers of society is highly paid more than the educators, the people that's supposed to be in a position that pass laws. All right. But the scripture says, "Woe unto you." Why? Because death and destruction. You receive your consolation. You receive your prize. So when things go sour, they have no protection. A guy like Charlemagne, the Lord's gonna tell a guy like that, go to your ayahuasca, whatever demon that you was talking to, have them save you from the set peril. All right. If I'm mistaken, when the whole I haven't listened to the radio, God knows when, but during that time when the radio was popular, you just get influenced by the radio, the radio people, because that was their thing. A lot of tracks couldn't get played because the people in the radio, they have to green light it, proving that they have the influences of how the next generation is gonna be, how they was gonna maintain things, okay, how they was gonna accept things. So they received their concept. They got their rule in this world. It says, "Woe unto you that are full, for you shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for you shall mourn and weep. Woe unto you when all men speak well of you. So did their fathers to the false prophets." So the Lord is basically saying, woe unto all you. Because this society is not the Lord's society. Matter of fact, in St. John 14 and 30, it says, "Hereafter I will not talk much with you, for the prince of this world cometh, have nothing in me." The prince of this world, the rulers of this world, have nothing in the Lord. Okay? So all these guys done sold out. Isaiah 28:14. "Wherefore hear the word of the Lord, ye scoffers, ye scornful men that rule this people which is in Jerusalem, because you have said you have made a covenant with death." And that's what all these guys did. All right? However form the name get changed, I'm sorry. However things are being said, they're all the same. They all remain the same. Okay, they all sold out. They made an agreement with death to get into this position. That just to get to the position, you have to do certain things to get there, sacrifices and so forth. Not sacrificing your family or anything like that. But when you get in the door to maintain your status within that world, you have to do vile things. So that's all death. All right? And he's reading a book about summoning a demon like it's nothing. And he's talking to her like it's nothing, because she's sitting there like, yeah, that's scary, because they all into it. They're all on the left-hand side. Okay? Their magic was to maintain how we look at things, how we hear things. And that's not a light thing. They can't tell you the truth, but they can lie to you and maintain that lie. All right? So they influence you. How many times the radio would play something that was purely trash, and you know it, like, I can't stand this song, but you hear it so much. When you hear it so much, it plays in your head, and then all of a sudden, what happens? That song that you hated so much, it's not that bad. Oh, that song that you hated so much, oh, all of a sudden it's great, because the influences of the radio. Okay? And music here in New York, especially back in the day, hip hop, all right, that was the staple to quote unquote black culture. Okay, so that formula of the radio jock, just like disco, just like soul, funk, R&B, rock and roll, they all have an influence on the minds of the people. But when it comes down to our people, they have hired hirelings to mislead the people. And now we come in 2000, well, since the internet came out, we come to find out all these mother effers sold out. All right? It says, and with hell are we in agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. They believe they're untouchable. That when all bets are off, that they're going to be in a better position than anybody else. What they fail to understand is they don't need you. After you do what you do, look at P. Diddy. After you do what you do to the youth, to your people, there's another guy from Hot 97, Ebro, whatever. I stopped listening to the radio and listened to that clown. But he got fired, and his whole thing is like, yeah, I stood up for this and that. And then, people saying like, yeah, he ruined New York hip hop. He was playing all the dumbed down um South hip hop and shit like that. Because of what? They putting themselves in a position so when things go bad, go sour, that they good. But the Lord don't. Hey, that lie that you sustained for your people to make sure there was influence, that's not gonna get you nowhere. It says, "For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves." And that falsehood, that lie, all right. First, for that falsehood is the illuminating, to maintain the people. They, what you gonna call it? When it goes to the political world to make people vote, guess what? Charlemagne, the god, was it envy and I forgot the bitch name. They was pushing the whole idea of Biden, Trump, and all this other shit. They was pushing that idea, was keep pushing that vibration, having people participate into something that they know deep down inside is nothing good. It was not just that; it was all sorts of influences that they was given. All right, that to take a whole generation of children that would listen to these clowns and believe this shit. And that's the job of these liars, these people that rules over the nation of Israel. All right, which are you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You're 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 influenced by everything that's your surrounding, and these people aided your surrounding. Now there was a couple of times where he kind of bucked up against the system, but that wasn't because he bucked up against the system to lead the people right. No, that was just to show what's the word I'm looking for? When somebody's lying, show the opposition. All right, to show like, yeah, I'm with you people, but deep down they're not. They never was. All right. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I lay in Zion a foundation, a stone, a tri-stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. That stone is talking about Yahushua, for the world ignorant called Jesus. All right? That's the one that's trying everybody. Y'all in the world of hurting to believe that the Lord is going to come back and show love to everybody. The Lord is trying every person. It says, judgment also will I lay in line in righteousness to plummet the hell, and the hell shall sweep away the refuge of lies. And the water shall overflow the hidden place. So the hell, the Lord's going to rain truth on this world. And that truth that's going to take place, that's going to crush the lies that has been established. Because it's all these people that's been influenced by a spirit. All right? By spirits. And a lot of these people will tell you they don't believe in the Most High, but they'll believe in these demons. And those demons are leading you astray. Okay? And that's why Yahushua was only for his people, for the elect. All right? Everybody else is influenced by these things. Because a dude like that has power to deceive many people. There it is. He's like damn near 50, probably. And he looked like a fuck. He got his hair bald and his no face, no hair in his face. So he thinking he's looking young. And all that is just bad influences. It says, and your covenant with death shall be disannulled. So the Lord is about to break all you celebrities' agreement with death. All right, every last one of your Jay-Z's to your, well, obviously your Diggler, okay, all of them, every last one of them. The Lord's about to break that covenant with death, because when shit hits the fan, oh, you catching it too. It says, and your agreement with hell shall not stand when the overflowing scourge shall pass through, when you shall be trodden down by it. Hey, prime example, you have ICE, which even though ICE is a private military for Trump, the Trump administration, to push a certain agenda, well, guess what? They've been going after people that was supposed to be quote unquote protected. So when shit hits the fan, when they done with you, all you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, right? You celebrities, you women, when the devil's done with you, you're gonna be a same victim as everybody else. You're gonna be equally torn to pieces like everybody else would be. 2 Ezra 16 and 70. And they that consent with them shall be had in derision, and reproach and trodden underfoot. Matter of fact, let me go on 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. And they shall take away certain of you, because they're going to throw the signs. It tells you in Proverbs 6 and 12, a naughty person winketh with his eyes, like show singles. So all these celebrities, they all part in an illuminated fashion. And they will throw signs and symbols. But what they fail to realize, it's still racial. It's Esau versus the world. So they don't give a fuck who you are. Hey, even the small hat is called calls everybody else outside of them goyim. And the word goyim means what? Cattle. So you're nothing but cattle to these people. You're nothing to them. You're just a good goyim. All right? Charlemagne's a good goyim. They bought, what's this guy from Philly? Gilly the Kid, 200 million. Was it 200 million or something? He made mad money. A couple of days after that, his son was dead. Firstborn son. You're nothing but a goyim, hired servant. Okay? And when they done with your ass, they're going to send them troops coming after you too. They ain't no fucking difference. It says, and they shall take certain of you, feed you, being idle in things offered unto idols, showing that they all into witchcraft. And they shall they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place in the next cities insurrection, Salakia, upon those that fear the Lord, which is the Israelites. All right, all of you. So those that sold out and those who didn't sold out, everybody's gonna catch it. Equal hands and foot. Thrown in concentration camps, not giving a damn. Oh, you did your job. You lived up the good life. You had the plush life for a minute. When it's all said and done, when they want to establish their new world order, you don't fit. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation Israel. And more of these mother effers going to be exposed. All right, more of them. They're all into witchcraft. Don't worship no fucking man. All right. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nation. Shalom.